Let's play.
What's up, Minecraft? This is Cool Crumb here, and I'm here with a Minecraft video. And we're playing some Minecraft survival games. Actually, I don't know what server this is gonna be on because this is actually a voice after, so like an after like commentary kind of thing. Because this topic that I'm gonna talk about, which you'll see at the title, this topic I don't want to have to repeat it like over and over again because of failed recording attempts. So I just decided I'll do a voiceover for this so I can just talk about it one time because it's gonna be kind of long, kind of not, because this gonna have a lot of detail. Because this very moment, the time that I told my teacher accidentally, mind you, accidentally, because I'm not a disrespectful person, accidentally told my teacher to shut up. This is probably one of the most embarrassing things that's happened to me in a very long time. Oh my god, this is really embarrassing because this moment is just, oh my god, when I tell you guys what happened, you guys are just probably gonna laugh. But for me, it was really, really embarrassing, especially since like throughout school, I've been known as kind of a goody two-shoes, you know. I always get my homework done, always, do my work, always study for tests, I'm always like the hard worker and stuff. I've slacked within like the few years and stuff, but for the most part I've been keeping that reputation up and stuff, and I've always been really respectful. For example, I'll be like, instead of "can I use the bathroom," "may I please use the bathroom," I've always been like that, because I always felt like it was good to establish a good relationship with your teachers, so that because I've had times where, since I was so respectful towards my teachers, they would actually boost up my grade. I'm talking about like a whole later grade. I would go from a B to an A, and I've had times where I had like 92, which, if you're 92, where I lived at the time, that would be a B. But if you one more point and you would be an A, and so they boosted that. That gave me that one extra point just so I would have all A's, stuff like that. So I've always felt like it was good to have a good relationship with the teacher. But anyways, with that being said, let's get right into the topic. So like I said, it's after commentary, so I won't be commentating on the game or anything like that. I'm just gonna be talking about this moment. So at the particular school that I went to, this was during middle school, so this is last year for me. So it was always like in our cafeteria, in our specific table, because each like teacher, each class was assigned a table. So like at this particular table, I didn't have it never had enough chairs. So there would always be literally one person that would have to go to the overflow table, which are two tables that had no people at them. They were the overflow tables. So like if your class table was full, you had to sit over there, and a lot of people would like be all embarrassed because they would have to sit by themselves, isolated, and they couldn't talk to their friends because you were sitting there by yourself. So sometimes some of the friends like would move to the overflow table, but they would get in trouble because the overflow table was just for that overflow. So like if you you can't sit there if you have enough chairs in your class. So one of the times it was and it always had to happen to be that my science class, we had too many kids for our table, so we would always have that one student that would have to sit at the overflow, and I never wanted to be that one student. Nobody did, because you wouldn't talk to your friends the whole lunch period or anything like that. So it was always established. Our teachers always said, you guys, you can't claim a seat, because people would try to save their seats and stuff. They'd be like, okay, Shaquinda, I don't know what that name. They will say, okay, Sally, save my chair for me, save my seat for me, like, because the people that already had their lunch, that packed their lunch, they'd be like, okay, can you save my seat for me, or whatever. But you couldn't do that. Teachers always said you can't do that. Once you can't just save a seat. Whoever sits at the seat is their seat, I guess, technically. So everybody, me and my friends, we would always rush to go on the line. I mean, we would like just zoom to the line so we could get there and get our seats, because we don't want to be those few people on the overflow table. So it was really interesting. So I got my lunch or whatever, and I sat down. And so, I didn't sit down, but my friend, the seat next to her, apparently a guy named, we'll just call him Frank for now, because I don't want to actually say his name, but we'll call him Frank for now. But a guy named Frank that was his seat, and it was next to my friend, and I was gonna sit down. He was like, no, that's Frank's table, or that's Frank's chair. And I was like, well, you can't claim seats, so I'm gonna sit right here. I mean, he's obviously in the lunch line, so I'm sitting right here because there's no other seats left, and I'm not sitting at the overflow table. And the teachers already said that you can't claim seats, so I'm sitting right here. So I walk over and I sit down or whatever, just ignoring the fact of like, no, you can't sit there, that's sissy, blah, blah, blah. But, I'm just trying to eat my food, I don't have time for this, you can't claim a seat, so I'm gonna sit in the seat. So I sat in the seat, And then Frank comes over and he's like, why you sitting in my seat? And I was like, well, you kind of got up. Because he actually wasn't in the lunch line. He actually went to go. No, he was in the lunch line. Take the back. He was in the lunch line. So I just, I sat there because, like I said, you can't just claim seats. So I sat there and he came back and he was all like, why you sitting in my seat? And I was like, well, I mean, you right here, so, and it's all like you can claim chairs, so I sat in the seat. He was like, okay, fine, I'm going to get the teacher. I was like, okay. I didn't care because I knew I was on the right side because the teacher specifically always told us you can't do that because we had a big issue with that at our school because a lot of we had so many kids that a lot of the tables would get filled up and nobody wanted to sit at the overflow table, so people would steal people's seats and all that stuff, but it wasn't really stealing because the teachers established you cannot save seats, so don't do it. They would get in trouble for saving seats and they would just move them all to different places and stuff. So I sat there. I sat at the seat. And he was like, okay, I'm going to go get the teacher. And so at this point, we'd have been arguing for about 3 minutes over this seat. And I didn't want to move because I would be isolated. He didn't want to move. He would be isolated. So we just kind of argued for like the first, few minutes over the topic. And so he was like, okay, well, I'm just going to bring the teacher. And at this point, we were both pretty mad because I wanted to sit there, he wanted to sit there. So we were both pretty mad. So he walks over, grabs the teacher. And I'm talking to my friends because I'm just like, whatever. He can do what he wants to because I know I'm in the right because you can't save seats. So I just start talking to my friends and I'm not even paying any attention to like anything that's going on. I'm just kind of like doing my thing. And then I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to my friends. And then someone tapped my shoulder and I was like, oh my, and I was like, in like my mind I was still kind of mad over what had happened, so I wasn't even thinking that a teacher tapped my shoulder. I'm just thinking it was Frank. Like I said, that's not his real name, but we're just gonna say Frank. So I was just thinking it was Frank, so I'm just like, shut up. And I yelled it pretty loud. I was like, shut up. It was like a smosh, kind of like, shut up. Like it was so funny. Well, at least for me it was embarrassing, but everybody else, I'm talking about everybody, I turned around. It was, oh my god, it was like something that should be in a movie. So I'm just like, shut up. And then I turn around and it was so embarrassing. And then it was just like this teacher behind me, and her face, the look on her face was like, I mean, everybody started cracking up at the table. I'm talking about everybody started cracking up because they knew that I didn't know was a teacher behind me because before I even looked behind me, I had already said shut up. So I turn around and I see the teacher and everybody starts cracking up, and I'm just sitting there like, I swear if I were a few shades lighter, my cheeks would be red right now. And I was so freaking embarrassing. And so I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I did not know it was you. I started apologizing and whatever. She was like, it's okay. But I'm like I said, I've always been like a really respectful person. So I felt really, really bad. So as she was walking away, I got up and like when this whole situation was handled, what happened was when I told her shut up or whatever, I was like, I'm so sorry, and then we explained the situation, and she told Sydney that I just said the name, but she told Frank that he had to sit at the overflow table because again you cannot save seats. So I actually wound up getting to sit there. But as she was walking away, once the situation was handled, I gave her like an actual like just straight up apology. I told her I didn't know it was you, and I'm so sorry. She was like, yeah, it's fine, I understand. But I'm telling you, like the rest of the day I feel so bad. I was just like, oh my god, what did I just do? It was extremely embarrassing. But I just said that to say, be careful. Don't make assumptions. Always pay attention and look before you speak. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't really know. I can't really say what lessons I learned from this because it was, I don't know. It was just one of those situations. It was crazy. So yeah, it was really. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, my headphones against the table. But yeah, it was really, really, really embarrassing for me. Excuse me. But it was really funny for all the other students, so I guess they got a laugh. But that was kind of it for this video of the time I accidentally told my teacher to shut up. Tell me what you guys think. Who was in the right? Who was in the wrong? I feel like I was in the right because, I mean, you can't save seats, and it's not like, I mean, you just can't do that. I mean, come on, would you really want to sit by yourself? Just like, that was kind of one of those things. You can't save seats, so I was like, whatever. So I sat there, and it was one of those days I wasn't having, like, the best of the days, I mean, it wasn't exactly bad, but it wasn't the best either. So, I was just like, I was not in the mood to go through this kind of stuff. So, yeah, that was kind of it. So, like I said, tell me in the comment section what you guys think. about this. Like, what are your intake on it? Who was in the right, who was in the wrong? But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys did like that story, and if you guys want to see more stories, let me know in the comment section below, and by liking this video, because, you know, liking the video not only makes me feel good, but it actually genuinely lets me know, like, if you like the content or not. Like, because I've never done one of these stories like that. So just legitly it lets me, oh, I freaking keep hitting my desk. But it legitly lets me know what you guys think. But yeah, I've been trying to talk slower, because I noticed if you're watching my videos, I talk pretty fast. So I don't know if I did good in this video, but I'll try to practice that and talk slower. Because some people's brains don't click as fast. But anyways, I hope you guys liked. I really much appreciate it. Please do comment, subscribe, like, and let Jazzy, and I will see you guys later. Peace.